I will teach all the folks who come, the franchisees and internal people, how to make 15-second videos. We'll make a series of live exercises. It's a lot of fun. We've done this, the webinars and workshops and speaking tons of times, but the biggest hurdle is getting them to make the video. Our mission is not like other agencies or tech companies. We're here to create jobs. And like when Daniel started, he was just a student at BYU. And since then, we've employed hundreds of virtual assistants. We've trained up other agencies. We publish everything we know how to do. We have partnerships with Fiverr, GoDaddy, TikTok, all these other guys, because we're putting our training out there. And as like proof of it, we have our #1 best-selling book in social media, which Matthew's daughter made a video of, which I thought was really clever.
Oh, did she really?
Yeah, you want to see?
Yeah, sure.
Shay made this. Let me click on this to make it bigger. Can you see this?
Yep.
Hello, this is Shay. Can I put you on hold? Thank you. If you guys want to make $90,000 off of TikTok advertising and reach 1 billion people in 10 minutes, this is the book to read. Hello, fam. I'm Shay here. Welcome back to the Fit Kids Are Fabulous channel. Today, I'm going to be telling you how you can make $90,000 off of TikTok advertising and reach 1 billion.
Yeah, okay, good.
Sounds just like her mother. My goodness.
So what we teach, whether it's, like Matthew's been a client, I think, for 7 years. We have Tommy Mello, right? He's the home services guy. We have other people in other verticals, like Tom Ferry's the top guy in real estate. So if you're a real estate agent, you know who he is. It's all around taking the power of, or this guy, Justin Martin, he sold 500 homes, top real estate guy in Colorado. It's all around building personal brand. So we teach how do you, make sure you're covered on all the different social channels. So that's not just a central brand, but all the franchises and then the people within each of the locations. And when we have all of these foundational items in place and we have 1-minute videos, we can then run ads and then get in-store visits, get leads, get phone calls, all of this.
I should have my wife do this for her real estate business.
You should have her go through all the just have her connect with me and I'll share it with you. So we have one with Ashley Furniture, and we did this. They're the world's largest retailer and manufacturer of furniture, bigger than IKEA. People always think IKEA is bigger. And it's the same kind of thing, the same process that we follow. We have these 6 phases that we go through. Plumbing, which is all the tracking and data, connecting everything. Goals, so what's the cost per lead, cost per sale? What is the member life cycle, LTV? Content, which is the part where people trip up on. So that's getting all the associates or collecting content from members, figureheads, fitness influencers, whoever it might be, but creating this content that then be distributed across these other channels, run ads, TikTok, Facebook, whatever, ads, LinkedIn ads, and then tuning it. And what's cool about folks like Ashley, and I'll give you all the training if you want to see how all this stuff works, is that when we test and put out lots of pieces of content and have it as kind of like a friendly rivalry between different locations, we're going to find different ones that win. And when they win, then the whole company can share because we can use this across other locations. And it's not like, this girl, Stephanie, and she's in this particular city. We can only use her ad in that particular city. We can use it everywhere. And we discovered this by mistake because we had, Woody in Alabama, and he's got the strong Alabama Southern accent and talking about the wrap around couch, watching football. And I think we accidentally ran it in Chicago and some of these other places, and it worked. And we found that for franchises, you can reuse content. And a lot of this is just, direct to face, the TikTok style, like showing people working out, talking about their diet, not just like, oh, sign up, get a 1 month free or, that kind of thing.
Have you guys done some fitness brand stuff?
We've only done stuff with some of Matthew's gyms. We've only tested. So small chains, like a Sanctuary. We did some stuff for Orange Theory, but they were impossible to work with because we had to use their creative. And their creative just would not work, would not generate leads. It was obviously a commercial. So we need creatives that that are selfie style mobile, right? Short, vertical cell phone style videos that we can run to ads, like what you see working on TikTok. Let's see, who are the other fitness folks? We've done other manufacturers with Matthew. Of course, we've done Escape Fitness. We haven't done any of the big chains, but it's the same process. It's still, it's about the personal brands of the different trainers, of the general manager, of the different customers that are there. And then actually, no, we did some stuff with Gold's Gym.
Which Gold's? The one in LA with Angel and Willie?
Yeah, because they own multiple.
Yeah. So how did that work out? They're not continuing, or did they do good, or what's the?
It's going slowly. I mean, we're driving SEO. The main thing is driving SEO and getting stuff on the TikTok. They have an in-house team, but the in-house team wants to do things that are more traditional, that look like ads, but they don't perform as well. So the bigger the company, I think you guys are still hopefully relatively small enough that we can, do things without the brand police clamping down on us.
Well, yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
That's my biggest fear is the brand.
Listen, more personal you can be, the more you resonate with your audience. The less corporate you can be, the better. You know what I mean? Like, stop being this stuffy BS. Like, come on, man. People want to hear, they know that you're trying to sell them something. They want to hear from people that are just like them, see people just like them, connect with people in the neighborhood. Like, they want it to be real. They know we're all bombarding them with all these ads and everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. So testimonial, which is why I'm a big testimonial guy, right? They don't want to hear me get up there and talk about how awesome the gym is on a video. They want to hear from their neighbor, Bob, who joined the gym and said, this is the greatest thing ever. They trust Bob. They don't trust.
Yeah. In fact, we've done tests where when we show people like a Cali muscle or whatever, that's great, but it doesn't resonate with the common person because they think they're not like that, right? I'm not trying to be like that.
Yeah, but it also has to go with your target, right? So like we are now moving towards an 18 to 45, 60,000 plus income. We want to be in that Gen X and Gen Y and all these guys, and it's a different mindset. And that's what I'm trying to tell my people is, guys, stop thinking the same way, which is why I was excited when Matthew and I started looking you up, because I'm like, this guy thinks different too. And that's what I like. I am all about getting creative and trying a different angle and driving the right business. And I want a better quality member, right? I'm not a Planet Fitness where it's $10 a month. I don't want that.
Right.
Now what I do need to know is, I mean, I'm sure you got these stats and you'll probably tell me, but like your average age of your TikTok, you have demographics of TikTok users versus LinkedIn users versus Facebook users versus all that, right? So you target those ads based on that demographic, I would assume anyway.
No, not anymore. So yes, 3 years ago, but for many reasons, which we can go into later, basically the targeting has been removed, a lot of it. You can still demo target, but we don't recommend doing it because targeting, Jarrod, is done by the content itself. So when you feature someone who's 24 and they're, in their first job, and this is what they're trying to do to work out or whatnot, it's going to attract other people like that person. So the more you can have this authentic variety of different people, not just, the commercial fake looking stuff, the more we can attract these other people. Because TikTok and now Instagram and YouTube to some degree, I had dinner with the product manager from YouTube just a couple of weeks ago. They are actually doing facial recognition in the videos, and they're not just looking at who's engaging on the content to find other people that are similar. It's like a lookalike, basically, right? You know enough to be dangerous, so it's like a lookalike, but it's a little further than that.
Yeah.
So the biggest hurdle is always going to be back in the content. So we can run ads for you all day long, and we can even train up your in-house team to be able to run the ads. But the difficulty is 90% of the time is getting those 15-second videos from the members, from the staff members, organizing it, editing it, repurposing it, posting it in these other places, tuning ads against it. I believe that has to be an in-house process, but we can help you get that going.
Yeah. No, that would be great. Like I tell people all the time, just take 1 or 2 days, get a 17-year-old girl at the counter. That's your desk girl. She knows how to take video with her iPhone or whatever it is. Give her a couple extra bucks and let her go to town. Like get a cell you all put people, and man, you will get content all day long, and they'll enjoy it so much. They'll have so much fun. Like, I get paid to do this. Like, yeah,
Then
do it.
on top of that, you need to have, like, if you have a weekly sales or team meeting, then make it a big deal and say, you know, Angie made more videos than Stephanie and Jennifer and whatever, and she gets a $20 Best Buy gift card. So that's what we were doing with Ashley Furniture, where the different offices were doing this thing as part of their weekly call, and it worked super well. They got more reviews, they got more content. It worked awesome. And then they got lazy and they stopped doing it, and then everything fell down again, and they restarted again. So the key is to make it part of a process. We have the training to do that. We have examples how we can help you get that going. Maybe test with a few, you know, of the 200 some, you probably have like 5 or 6 that are good.
Have you done some homework on my group? You can tell me how bad we are, because they're bad. I'm not even going to lie. Like, it's bad.
Yeah. But they're all bad. We did a little SEO analysis. It'll be ready tomorrow. Let's see. I had our folks submit it, but it takes 2 days for them to get this in place.
No, like, we're in the process of redoing the website, new website, but our social media, like, around the network. Now, our Australia group's pretty good. They get a lot of traction. They use a lot of video. But man, my US and Canada, my US people are just awful. So let me ask you
I have a lot of engagement than your entire brand. Just me personally.
What's that?
My own personal brand has more engagement than your entire company brand.
Bro, no, trust me, it ain't hard. You should see. I mean, if you look, it makes me sick. I don't want to talk. Don't make me talk about it. I'm gonna cry. No, it's bad. It's poor. Like, sometimes I just look at stuff. I'm like,
yeah, you've not posted on Twitter for a year, and the last thing got like 3 likes on it or something. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we haven't been on Twitter in forever, but that's another. I mean, do you still think that from a standpoint? I mean, I guess there's a lot of good to keeping that Twitter active, right?
Twitter is good for mid-funnel, and it's also very good for SEO because of the Twitter carousel and what Google does with featured snippets. Like, if you do a search, you'll see a Twitter carousel. You'll see like a video carousel. You'll see a people also ask placement. So we want to dominate all those placements.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So I don't know what Matthew told you, or give me an idea of, you know, what we're here to talk about today, in addition to how bad my.
So Matthew told me that you needed a speaker for your conference, which I could do something similar to what we did at Escape. So if you just cover travel and buy some books, then I will teach all the folks who come, the franchisees and internal people, how to make 15-second videos. We'll make a series of live exercises. It's a lot of fun, because the biggest hurdle is, like, we've done this, the webinars and workshops and speaking tons of times, but the biggest hurdle is getting them to make the video. So we found that the best thing to do at events is to show people how easy it is, and just have people line up and teach them how to make the videos right there. Like, literally pull out your phone. Now we're going to say this stuff together.
Now, are you in Newport Beach?
I can be.
No, I was that where your main, like, our conference is in LA. That's what I was asking.
I'm in LA all the time. My mom's in LA.
Well,
yeah. Every month I'm in LA.
Yeah. Well, you're saying cover travel. I'm just trying to get an idea where you're coming from. So that's
yeah. Well, travel will be very little then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's we're right at LA Live. So yeah, I mean, I would do some books, and here's the thing. I'm just trying to think, is an hour enough?
Probably 90 minutes would be good, because it takes 20 or 30 minutes for people to get warmed up and accustomed to the idea, because we're going to do some fun things. They're going to have a good laugh. Then we'll bring people up, and that'll take 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then just some Q&A and wrap up at the end, another 15 minutes. So, 80 minutes to 90 minutes is generally pretty good. We could do it in an hour. It'll feel a little compressed because we won't get as many examples. And it's always great when people from the crowd come up and they do it and everyone cheers.
What do you call the seminar? I already got a name in mind, because I like catchy titles so people are intrigued. But what do you call the title?
$1 a day or 1 minute video? Well, we can call it anything.
Yeah, like
how to be a social media superstar.
No, like the best 15 seconds of your life or whatever. You can do all kinds of stuff with that.
Yeah, you're a great copywriter, I can tell.
Or take 15 seconds and change your life and your business or something like that. You could, if we're highlighting 15-second videos, we could do that. People are like, what the hell are you talking 15 seconds?
Well, people over 30, or actually people over 40 have a hard time saying things in 15 seconds. It's called rambling old man syndrome.
I call it diarrhea of the mouth. That's what I call it.
I have interviewed the top TikTokers on the planet, and they've accused people like me and Matthew of being old. So I get that now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 seconds to change your life. And we can give them other examples. Ideally, we can personalize at the World Gym by having some great examples that we collect from fans and members that you guys maybe have not, depending on how good your operations process is, community management to collect those. Maybe we can take a few folks between now and the fall or whenever did you say it was October? I don't remember.
October. Yep. Like we could do we do a case study with one gym and
pick one and we'll just run them through the whole process and that'll be our preparation and we'll showcase that. So they better be on the ball because they're the ones we're going to show.
Yeah. But you would tell me what exactly you're looking for from them, right? Like your ideal partner for the pilot test would be, look, I'm going to need somebody.
Willingness to make a series of 15-second and 1-minute videos from team members, the front desk, other members. Maybe they have good relationships with, the mayor or local restaurants or other people just to show that they're a part of the community. So if they're willing to do that and have one person who is willing to be on the ball and follow up on little details, then we can handle the rest. The issue we see is that gyms are so busy that things will just get ignored or dropped, or it gets always pushed to the GM. And that I don't want to play hide and go seek. So if there's someone, some location who can put someone who's on the ball to get us what we need, and ideally they're in a location which I can visit, or in the next couple months, or we can do a couple Zoom calls just to get the content that we need, and then if they can give us a budget, $20 a day, we can run what we call our $1 a day process to boost things out on Facebook, on Twitter. We can even do
literally $1 a day.
$1 a day is the thing that we teach. Yeah. And then depending on how you guys are doing your Google My Business, if it's handled centrally or the way you're handling your Facebook pages with a central brand and all the other child location pages, then we can show the impact on Google. So we can do a mini agency test, maybe give us 2 just to be safe. Let's do it on 2.
What if you did it with, I guess you can't do it from the corporate level because I'd love to do it from a franchisee level, like a franchisor level, you know what I mean? And have my name, but that.
You can do it at a central brand level, then that's reusable content for everybody. But there's a difference between marketing to people who live in a particular town and we're trying to drive people through map results and local search versus like the central brand, like general branding content, right? Programs, specials that you have, right?
Yeah, I got to think about who might be best suited for something like that. Let me think about that. All right, so I'm definitely going to have to get you with Adam and Lindsay, my marketing team. I think the session at the conference would be great. I just got to figure out how I work that in because if I do it everybody's going to want to be there. So I can't really do it as a breakout session. Probably have to do it more as a keynote. I got to figure that out because I already allocated a lot of stuff. I have some work to do to figure that out.
It'll be fun. We've done this hundreds of times.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out, I got to figure out how I make it fit. You know what I mean? Cause I want you to come out, but I want it to be worthwhile and I want you to be able to do what you need to do. So, I don't know if I can get you more than an hour. So you might have to do that.
We can make it work in an hour.
Okay. All right. Let me see what I can do on that. And then how many books would I need to buy? You need to kind of give me that and all that kind of stuff.
How many attendees do we have? A couple hundred?
We don't know yet. There's a lot of vendors there as well. So there could be anywhere from 75 to 100 people on the vendor side. And there could be anywhere from 75 to 100 people on the attendee side. I'm hoping for around 200, 250. 250 would be great, meaning that I got a lot of attendees from my network. But,
All right. Well, good. Well, maybe 200 then.
And just give everybody a book.
Yeah. I'll sign it, do whatever. We can make a 15-second video. That's what people like to do with my book. They want to make
just do it in front of the step and repeat in front of the selfie wall. And, all right. So we need some follow-up. If you want to send me a follow-up email on some of those, that'd be great. We'll be encapsulated here. And then let me see if I can get you with Adam and Lindsay, because to be honest with you, I'd be bumping them from their session, which is a good thing because neither of them are good presenters.
We'll work them in. I have a cool way of working other people in.
That would be good. You could work them in.
Yeah. So let's set up we can set up a little Zoom call. I mean, if having the big boss involved, like you there, is problematic, then it can just be like us three or maybe Daniel next week, and we'll coordinate on some of the details. Because there's always more authority when other people from the in-house team are presenting. Because if I'm the external consultant, it's not the same.
Yeah, I mean, we can have them involved. I'm just going to say that they're going to need to learn from you as much as anybody. So,
well, let's work on these case studies in advance. That way, we'll have something really cool to talk about.
Interesting. Okay. So send me a summary email, what exactly you need and what we need to do. And then in the email, put me the price of the books. And I don't know if I would give it to all the vendors. I would give it to all the attendees. Maybe. I don't know if I'd give it to the vendors.
Yeah, 100 of them.
And think about that.
Yeah, the price on Amazon, I think, is $14.95. I'll send you an email with all the details.
All right. That'll be perfect. Hey, listen, thank you very much for the time. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you, Jarrod. Talk soon.
All right. Take it easy.